Hello Cancer, and welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of June, and we're going to be looking at the 4 weeks from the beginning of June right through to the end of it, as it were. If you want to know more about the Astroflower, there is loads of links in the description below. Please go and knock yourself out. There's loads of things to discover about the elements, qualities, petal systems, and etc. So this is the karmic path for your relationship side. This is the karmic path for your money side. This is the overall energy. This is week 1, 2, 3, and the accumulating 4th week of the month. So let's just get in straight in here. Nicely on the relationship side, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. On the money side, you've got the Three of Wands. It's you're a month before your birthday. So your birthday will be coming up in this month. So happy birthday to those of you born in the first week of Cancer. Yeah, so it is a changing period. You should be in that position now within your rhythms that you're looking and observing how you want to live life spiritually, emotionally, emotionally, energetically over the next giving year. So setting objectives like I would like to experience this emotion or these sort of things, not necessarily fixing them in stone, but just saying I would like to experience this in my life for my birthday. And it's setting those sort of things up. So it's a little bit of a calm month for you. It should be. Could be trying because sometimes it's a little bit energetically because you're still in the last month of your autumn. You've lost your leaves. Your sap is like a tree. A sap is gradually going back down into your roots and stuff like that. So you may feel a little bit sort of under the cosh, as it were. So let's just see what's going on. Well, actually, we're going to do first the overall energy, what's riding through you at the moment. So this is the overall energy for the month. Let me just get into that. Yeah, it's definitely coming in from the relationship side. It seems to be a lot heavier. Don't push anything too hard within your relationships, around you, emotionally, etc. Allow things to happen. Concentrate on your positioning with yourself. That's what it seems to be like. So Page of Swords, lots of ideas through understanding and knowledge, going from one side to the other. This is what I was talking about earlier on, a transition. And as you come towards your birthday, you're coming up to that transitional period. And then once you hit your birthday, then you start moving on. And then you start putting the plans in operation. Not necessarily the good idea to put them in operation right now, but certainly more just the week after your birthday, you can start putting everything into action. Let's just see what's going on the karmic path here. So this follows on that sort of theme as well. It's setting yourself. So in the autumn, the sap goes down in the tree and the leaves are lost. But also you'll get some branches that are broken on the tree through the winds. And that's a way of giving space for other aspects in your life. It's like sort of saying, last year I was doing this and I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't want to be like that. And this is this year sort of saying, really set yourself up. So with this tree of knowledge, because that's what she's sitting at, the base of the tree of knowledge, the Queen of Pentacles. And she's got that understanding. She carries it right into her thoughts where it's growing out of her head thing. And she's got her eyes closed. She's got she knows where she's going. So this is sort of saying, set yourself up. Let's see what's going on in the first week here with this. Very subdued. Comes in from your side more than anything else. So it's stuff coming out from you as well. But it's subdued. It's a little bit withdrawn from society in a way. So it's like, take the space for you. Take a bit of a breather. Enjoy yourself. Okay, look at that. How beautiful is that? King and Queen of Pentacles. This happens as well for, I think it was Aquarius, but it's taking that space. It's going back into that knowledge. He's sitting in his library and that understanding. It's all to do with family as well. The group of what do you call it, a pack of wolves. It's like living together in all forms of generations and family and friends. And it's feeling that, but without having to really do much in a way. And I think that's what it's saying to you here. Just sort of sit within your space. I think it's that, and observe and realize, basically. And the second week, let's see that. Things are building up a little bit more. From these observations, you can definitely start thinking of how you want to put in place certain things in your life in week 2, and it's anticipation as well. So it's working this out, you know, talking it through with oneself, I think is a good idea. So choices, there you go. 7 of Cups. The best thing about the 7 of Cups is you're going to realize at some point that there's only one cup giving water. So you're going to realize that at the end of the day, you know, once we talk it through with ourselves, we realize that there's only one evident path, and that's the one to follow. And it's evident because everything else around it, which is in place. Let's go into the third week here. This is like a backwash from your future. So as you're projecting into your future, it's almost as if you're getting pre-tasters about what's coming in. You're kind of going, oh, that could be nice, that could be nice, that could be good. And that's what the third week is. And it's looking at those pre-tasters, you know, you kind of think, oh, this is going to be a great, great year. So yeah, looking at things in a little bit of a different way. So if you do this work, you'll be prepared, and you'd almost be like in the, you know, in the third week of, so this is when your birthday comes into play as well. So it's roughly from the, you know, the 21st, sorry, of June. So it comes into your season here. And this is where you're going to get those pre-tasters, and you're going to start moving on, some of you, if you've already had your birthday in the first week. But it's getting those pre-tasters. It's really getting the juices of anticipation growing within you. Let's go on to the financial side. We will read card 4 at the end. So let's just go on to your karmic path. Okay, so in the month prior to that, in May, you should have really put in place the physical things. So what do I want to do as a way of job, business? Where do I want to live? What do I want to physically be doing in my life? Okay, and as you do go on that journey of actually putting it out there and doing it, you may start feeling a little bit of a feedback from it, a little bit like the taster up here, but it's much more solid. It's opportunities that will need to be reflected upon, but certainly things that you could say, okay, I sign a contract and then I move in just after my birthday. So if you buy a house and you've been buying it for some time and you're putting it in place, you sign that contract, and then you're waiting for the other bits of paper to go through. So it's starting off and anticipating. So yeah, Ace of Wands, really good for you. If you can move on with certain things without actually physically getting involved, like signing a contract and waiting for the final signature with, you know, to buy that property, which hopefully will come after your birthday, because that would be the best time to do it. Or even if signing the final signature and moving just after your birthday, as it were. So that'll come in the first week. So it's that anticipation that's bubbling up from underneath you. On the second week, we have this is really opposing forces. Let me just see what's going on your flower. So you've got that wall of earth that goes like that. And it's, if you've got those defined ideas in place of what you want to live the following year, if you've done that work in May, according to the Astroflower, you will be able to position yourself. So the world exterior will have to position themselves so that you live in harmony with it. So if you've put your priorities and your places and your definition of how you want to live life in place, the world opposite you has got to position this in a similar sort of way in order for it to work for everybody. Because the world does want it to work for everybody. And it could be a little bit sort of kind of at the beginning not actually fitting in, and it could be a little bit sort of contentious for you. Also, 8 of Wands. Hey, look at that. It's almost the same as what I was saying. And it's combining those messages that have come in for you, and in the second week, they're going to be encouraging, sort of saying, have you looked at this? Have you now got this in place? Have you? And I think the the outside world and yourselves are going to really find that cognitive energy flowing in for you. Let's see what's going on week 3 for you. So this is moving into your season, Cancer. And obviously some of you would have had your birthday, then therefore you should be actually stepping in and moving on and actually doing. This is where you're going to really start pushing. I think from this point on, from the 21st of June onwards, you're going to start pushing for what you desire and what you want. I've got a cherry tree behind me, and I've got a bird up there who's eating the rest of the cherries that are left over for him, which because I love leaving a bit of the cherries for them. But he keeps dropping them just behind me, so I just thought I'd tell you. I diverse. Yeah, so this is you sort of like, imposing, and it is that sort of kind of going, the universe is trying to get that cognitive thing going with you, and you're sort of saying, no, it's got to be like this. So it's and in position. Maybe this could be this is where the cards can help. This is where the cards really help. Because I'm advising you to impose, but maybe it's sort of saying, well, to impose, maybe you need to let go of one thing. So then you've still got some free movement. You've got a bit of cognitive between you, but in your business and your jobs and stuff like that, but you've still got you've got place to move. So I think that sort of tempers the message a bit, sort of saying maybe you need to be a little bit softer on your demands. Maybe. You decide that. Obviously, everyone's got to live life, and you've got to live your own life. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to try and help you to engage in life, to get the best out of life. And that's what the Astroflower's for. It helps you on so many different levels. If you've seen your book, you would know this. If you've got your book, you would know this. And it does just help you out on so many different levels. So maybe it's a case of that. Maybe it's being a little bit tempered. Maybe it's a case of postponing it, placing it down for the moment and coming back to it later on. So let's have a look at what's going on in your 4th week, on your combining weeks. It's almost as if like the way you invest in your relationships and how you sat back and you've observed and you've enjoyed watching life progress around you. It's almost as if sort of kind of going, if I want to do that with those people, I need this sort of money. So it's almost interlacing the two sides, your personal life and your business side. It doesn't necessarily mean mixing the two, but it's almost sort of saying you've got to have your professional life to actually in a position where it can help you with your personal life. That's what it seems to be. King of Cups, possibilities. And this could be this whole, I was talking about a contract earlier on, and it could well be a contract that's coming up, because that is, there's an offering there of, of a letter of a contract. It might well be that, but I think it's a case of what you can, from your business side, what you can offer your personal side, and what your personal side can actually offer your business